What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another episode of the Always Chillin podcast. Kenny D and the Sandman here at the barbershop once again. Beautiful Sunday, as always. Today is Father's Day. We already talked about dads. I'm not a dad, but Damon has a few kids.
Yeah, I got a few.
I'm
I'm
going to let him talk about what it's like to be a dad for a little bit here today.
Well, man, I got 8 of them, man. And yeah, eight.
Kids.
I didn't try.
Right. So apparently you did, man.
I didn't try, you know what I mean? But it you know, it happened like that. I had, no lie, man, and there's a funny backstory to it. I have 6 sons, 6 boys, and I have 2 daughters. Now, the relationships have been in and out, up and down over the years, but regardless of the facts, I'm still a father. And I loved every bit of it, man. Especially when they were little, you know, those were the good times. That's where you shape, mold. Yeah. You let them bump their heads. You know what I mean? I was the type of dad where I'll let them bump I'm gonna let you decide if you want to climb up on that again. I'm gonna let you make the decision, even though he's 4 years old. Yeah, I'm gonna let you make the decision, man. I had a ball. It was always a chance for me to remain a kid. You know, I was a young father, and I was 17 years old.
Damn.
In the detention center. I turned 17 in the detention center with my first son on the way on a murder charge.
Right.
So he was born while I was in juvie lockup. You know, and I remember getting to hold him, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, you know, I mean, if you see my son right now, I mean, it's crazy, man. I mean, I know there's kids that look like their parents, but one night he almost got me in trouble because he was in the club, and I told Jana I was at home, you know what I mean? And she called me like, you fucking liar. I'm like, man, I'm at home. That's how much he looks like me, man. Okay. And my second son, again, I don't know how I did this. I don't know, but they're probably about 3 weeks apart.
3 weeks apart?
3 weeks.
Oh shit.
Maybe a little less. Man, I was Rolling Stone, dog. I was getting it in, man.
Apparently, dude. Yeah.
Then my third son, he was born. I was in prison as well. And what was that? 99. Yeah, I was pretty much locked up, man. Except for my daughter and one of my sons. 3. I was able to see 3 of them born. I'll put it to you like that. The rest of them, I was either locked up. Pretty sure I was locked up. But like I said, I was a young father, man. I was 17, 18, moved out on my own. I mean, you know, my girlfriend at the time who, you know, was pregnant with my son. I was still in high school. I was going to school from my own apartment.
Shit.
Yeah, dropping my son off at daycare.
Yeah, that's
stopping at McDonald's, getting some flapjacks, and going to school, man. Yeah, I mean, other than the fact that I was a felon at such a young age, 16, 15 years old, you know, I didn't see it. It wasn't hard. I mean, I had little sisters. I had plenty of little cousins. So as far as the taking care of the child, you know, it wasn't hard. You know what I mean? I already knew.
Got it.
Plus the support, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It was cool until I started going in and out of prison and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that kind of strained the relationships, you know what I mean? And you know, I take full responsibility for it, you know what I mean? I ain't here to cry about it or anything, you know what I mean? I know what I did, and I'm always here. But at the same time, one thing prison taught me, man, was to desensitize myself to shit. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna be that guy to see his baby mama in the Walmart parking lot and start. I'm never gonna do that. I'm never gonna try to make her life hard. I mean, if they want to see me, they can see me. If they don't, they don't. I gotta live on.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and ultimately, that's what I did. And I was just reading something just this morning. You know, not everybody accepts your change. Not everybody will praise your progress. You know, and in the past 10 years, man, nothing but good for me. Yeah. I mean, finding a wife, beautiful woman, almost 10 years now in business, you know what I mean, and another business, and you know, in its infancy, man. I mean, I've built, as far as I'm concerned, I've built something that they can all eat off of.
Yeah.
Through all my trials, through all my tribulations, I walked through hell like I owned it, and ultimately I built something that they can all eat off of, and it's here if they want it.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, that's fucking cool too, man. Yeah, I mean, good on you for that. It's
I mean,
definitely defying the odds in a
I
lot
mean,
of,
that's
of
what
ways,
it is.
so.
You know what I mean? I don't want to pat myself on the back
Hey,
or
you
anything,
should,
but
man, you
my
should.
arms are long, you know?
Yeah.
I can do it, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. Like I said, most of them are grown. Shit, my oldest is almost 28.
Yeah. Damn, almost my age.
Yeah. My youngest, I got a 14-year-old, you know what I mean? And all beautiful children, you know what I mean? I can't deny none of them. You know what I mean? You know they're my kids. But yeah, I had a beautiful day regardless, though. Like I said, my stepson called me, grandbabies called me up,
Nice,
man.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
man.
nice.
So it was dope anyway, man. Wife put some of my favorite food on the grill.
Hey, there you go.
Had a hell of a day.
Right on, man. Right, what'd you have? What'd you make it?
Man, we had the tofu
your
chicken,
favorite
man.
shit?
Yeah,
Tofu
tofu chicken and fries, man. Before I went vegan, man, my vice was chicken. Fried, fricasseed, baked.
Yeah,
You know what I
however,
mean?
didn't
You know,
matter.
as long as it was bird, man, I was going to eat it. My dad used to say, only time you come over here is when you smell chicken. You know what I mean? I just happened to come over to my parents' house and it's chicken night. Man,
hey.
I'm in. Yeah, so that's still my favorite, man, going through the ups and downs, you know, of veganism, finding out the right textures of this and that. Yeah, man. I had me a couple tofu hoagies and some
Hey, all right.
some fries, man, off the grill, man, and I'm good.
Damn, that's a good dinner, dude. We had straight up burgers, which
It's all good.
were pretty good, but I know that's not your thing.
It's all good. You replenished yourself, man.
Yeah.
That's-
We made it's actually, we're like, oh, happy Father's Day, Dad. Now go grill us some shit. You, know?
You made
He's
your
like-
dad grill?
Yeah, he made everything. Yeah, so he was
yeah.
outside all day making the burgers and hot
We
dogs
would
and
make
shit.
my dad grill too. My mom, you know, like I said, she would bake cakes and cookies and all that stuff. But my dad he was the dude. Yeah, he'd be out there grilling on Father's Days too. So I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, look, happy Father's Day, man.
Happy Father's Day, Pops.
Make me some food. It was really good though. He made some real good stuff. They went and got some fancy meat.
Fancy meat.
Yeah, from Mercado.
What
some fancy buns and stuff.
What's so fancy about it?
I don't know. I didn't even ask. You know. I seen it and I was like, damn, that looks good.
That's
That looks good.
interesting.
Yeah, I looked at it. I said, I'm gonna eat that.
Fancy meat.
I'm gonna eat that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was some Angus stuff. or
Yeah,
something,
okay, yeah.
probably.
Kosher.
I don't know.
I
Not
don't
sure.
even-
Probably not.
I don't even know. Do we have a kosher deli or
I don't know. I'm not even sure what kosher means.
you don't see butchers no more? They're usually in the grocery store.
We go to a little butcher shop down here for our meat sometimes, and it's been a lot better actually. We started going because we kept getting gross meat from Hy-Vee.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
there,
like
see,
we-
there you go. There you go.
Like we open up our chicken and we're like, this was not supposed to smell like this.
You got a baby sparrow. I do remember eating before we went vegan and we were trying to wean ourselves off. Cornish hen. You ever had one of those things?
Yeah, Cornish
Man,
game
you
hens.
stick your
Yeah.
fork right through that clink, hit the plate. I was like, what is this, man? It didn't look like a bird to me at all.
You're trying to wean off meat with like smaller and smaller birds.
Yeah,
You
I
started-
mean, yeah, because it was less meat, the guy said, or something.
I
something.
guess.
Yeah, we tried it.
Yeah. Was it good? Did you like it?
No, it wasn't.
It
I
wasn't
didn't.
good?
No, it freaked me out. Man,
So it wasn't good, or you just thought it was weird?
It was a little bit of both. One other reason I went vegan, man, I think we forgot to talk about this, is it's a gross out factor, man. The shit just gross to me. You know what I mean? It's just gross to me. But like I said, my dad was a chef, right? So was my grandfather. So I remember my dad coming in with whole hind quarter cows and pigs on his shoulder and in the restaurant, you know what I mean? And a couple days later, the next day, that shit's on my plate. I'm like, dude, I saw you. I saw that shit. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not eating that,
Yeah,
bro.
you can't ask too many questions when
Nah.
you're eating burgers. You know?
Nah,
You
you
can't really. I don't want to see too many steps back. You know, I don't want to see too many steps into where it came from.
You definitely don't.
But I still like it. Tastes
all good.
Yeah,
It's all good.
yeah. It's probably not good for me, but
Who knows
I'm
what's
alright.
good for him anymore? You know what I mean? I mean, I think a couple years ago they said French fries might give you a heart attack. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
I mean that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
it depends on where you're getting them from. I guess.
exactly.
If I'm making them myself, probably. But if I'm getting them from
We got it. We get
McDonald's, then yeah, probably.
We get a new scare every day about something.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So one of the things my wife wanted us to talk about actually was our first jobs.
Ooh.
Yeah. Gotta go way back and talk about my first job. And my first job, I might even still work there. Honestly, they never fired me or anything. So I might still work.
Where was your first job at?
Amigos.
Amigos.
I was like 15 or whatever.
Yeah, they would hire 14, 15-year-olds.
Yeah, right? So I could work the cash register, but like nothing else. I didn't work there that long.
Why not? Well, let's talk about that.
Yeah, so I didn't work there that long. I remember my boss, his name was Roger, and his boss's name was Roger too. So Roger
and Roger.
Yeah, so it'd be like, oh hey, Roger wants to talk to you because Roger wants to see you. I'm like, okay, what? All right, cool. So there was like, I made it to my first like performance review, so I must have made it like a few months or something. I'm sure those are like quarterly or something. So you gotta go to like the corporate office of Amigos, which is like off Highway 2 somewhere.
Yeah, because they're local, only in Nebraska, folks, only in Nebraska.
Yeah, this is some more Nebraska shit. Yeah, so it was like my performance review. So Roger's like, hey, you got to go to the corporate office and see Roger. You know, I'm like, okay, cool, let's go. So I go, and corporate office Roger is like, he's like, Roger tells me that he doesn't think you like your job that much. And like, dude, I guess like
at 15.
Well, yeah. See, and I guess what I said was the wrong thing to say. I guess I was kind of a smart ass about it, but I was like, that's what I said. I said I'm 15 and I work at Amigos. You know, like this isn't my dream job. You know, I didn't say it like that.
I probably would have said right on.
Like I didn't say it like that, but I said it more tactfully than that. But you know, basically, I was like, I work at Amigos. Like this isn't exactly what I want to do with my day. You know, and then they just stopped putting me on the schedule. Like I came in one week and I just wasn't on the schedule, and nobody ever said shit to me. So I checked it a couple weeks in a row, and I wasn't getting any hours, so I just stopped checking.
Yeah, you still work at Amigos.
Yeah, right? So maybe I still work there, dude. Maybe I got like a pension or something. I'm bought into something. But yeah, they never talked to me. They never fired me. They never called me. They never sent me something in the mail.
Man, it always would seem like they would have 80 employees in there at one time anyway. They probably don't even know you left, bro. They probably still think you in the back. It's like, damn, how many people work here? That's what I always remember about Amigos. Mm-hmm. My first job.
Yeah, so that was mine.
My first job, man, was actually dope. I detailed cars.
All right, that ain't bad.
Yeah, man. As soon as I turned 16, my mom put me in a station wagon and rolled me around, bro.
Looking for a job?
Looking for a job. And it was on 48th and Vine Street. I think it's Advanced Auto Parts or something now there.
Yeah.
It was a car lot. Brinker Buick. Mike Brinker Buick. He had a used lot on 48th and Vine, and there was a new lot on 48th and R, where Canes is.
Okay, yeah.
And Schaefer's was across the street, you know. Mm-hmm. But anyway, that was my first job. I was detailing cars, you know, just basically vacuuming them, you know, washing them. If somebody came and bought a car, I basically had to shine it up for them and bring it to the door. Otherwise, we maintained the lot, couple lots down the street. But my boss... And there's more to the story, but I eventually found out my boss and a couple of my other guys that I worked with, and they were older than me, they were smoking crack.
Oh, shit. Damn, it's always crack.
They were smoking crack, bro, so I could do any fucking thing I wanted, you know, because I busted them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were all taking the boat out, you know what I mean? And I'm not invited. You know what I mean? But I had to detail the fucking boat, you know what I mean? So I'm detailing the boat, and I know crack paraphernalia when I see crack paraphernalia. You know, I'm like, oh, these dudes are going out here to smoke crack. Yeah.
Damn.
So, you know, I had a lock key, which is a universal key to any car on this lot. You know, the little lock, you probably don't remember these. They had lock boxes like on the windows of the cars.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah,
no clue.
They had these lock boxes on every car in the car lot, and the keys were in these lock boxes. So me as a lot maintenance during the day, if you want to come see this car, I go unlock that box, take the keys out, and get in the car. Mm-hmm. Today, that just would not work. You know what I mean? Would not be able to do that today. So while they were gone smoking crack, I was driving through the lake in a Corvette. Yeah, that was my first job, man. My first job had perks, man.
Shit,
I
dude.
loved it, man. That detailing cars, especially in the summer.
Every time we talk about anything, we have to talk about crack for a little while.
Yeah, man. Crack
what's
was
up?
heavily
What
involved
the
in the
fuck?
80s and 90s, man. Y'all ain't gonna. This ain't the last time y'all gonna hear about
Yeah,
that.
like we're talking about first jobs. It's like, oh, so this is the first time I saw some crack.
Yeah, found out my boss was smoking crack, man.
Damn.
Yeah, that was my first
Smoking
job.
crack at work.
My first job, my boss was a crackhead. True story, man. True story. I saw, man, I ain't even gonna tell you. I was like, man, these dudes are going to do drugs.
Did you ever work fast food?
I did.
Where'd you work fast food at?
I worked at Mickey D's, man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Mickey D's. That's the only fast food place I ever worked at, was Mickey D's. And I always worked in the back. I never worked in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The front kind of sucked.
Yeah.
I worked at Arby's for a while. After Amigos, I took my talents to Arby's. Man.
To
And
Arby's.
and I worked there. For
We
a little
have the meat.
bit. Yeah, and that was a pretty cool.
That's a
job.
dope slogan.
Yeah,
man.
that's a pretty cool job.
I would never eat there. But that's a dope slogan.
Yeah, there's like, I don't know. There's something like zen about working back there making sandwiches. You know? It's like,
Which ones you work at? There are not many of them around anymore.
the one on 27th and I-80.
Okay.
Over by like King Kong Burger
Okay.
and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say not the one downtown.
No, not the one downtown.
Wow. You get a show down there.
Yeah, so I worked there. There's people who would like come through Arby's every day, and we had these like barbecue roast beef sandwiches for a while, limited time, you know.
Right.
And people take this shit serious because this old lady came through and she's like, oh, I need 2 of the junior roast beef barbecue things. And I'm like, okay, for sure. And she hands me like $2.87. And I'm like, oh, ma'am, it's $2.89. And she goes nuts, dude. She goes fucking nuts over that 2 cents. For real. She started screaming about, last year it was $2.67. So I brought exactly $2.67. I don't have $2.69.
Did you let her go?
Yeah, I just took it. I took
Get out of
the
here, lady. Get
$2.67.
out
Like, come on, man.
Take your sandwich and go.
Yeah, but she was pissed, dude. She put 11s on the parking lot, dude. It was peeled out. Gone.
And I think that's why they always kept me in the back.
Over 2 cents, man.
That's probably why they. Actually, when I worked at McDonald's, my dad was my boss.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. My dad was he was like a corporate up there. He was whenever they would have to close a McDonald's or open one up.
Yeah.
My dad would go and do it.
Oh, shit.
All throughout the Midwest in Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, Kansas. So usually those were our summer trips where he would have to go inspect, the buildings and make sure everything's working in there.
Man, he did all kinds of shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, my dad had many hats, man. The dude was very well known around here, man. I mean, like I said, his funeral, man. I mean, there were people outside around the corner, man. It was very overwhelming for me, especially being the only son. I knew my dad was dope.
Yeah.
But I had no idea.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And one of the things that a lot of guys, they pass the mic around, you know what I mean? Like I said, if you ever get a chance to go to Black Funeral, go, bro. Because they pass the mic around and everybody got to share stories.
You made it sound kind of scary.
No. I mean, we'll talk about it.
When you talked about it last time, you made it sound a little scary.
Well, you'll have to talk to Jana about it in her first Black funeral. But anyway, the funeral, man, it was passing the mic around, and a lot of guys, one of their main stories were my dad giving them their first job.
Really?
He gave me my first job.
That's cool.
Gave me my first opportunity. Got me off the streets. You know what I mean? If I had $1 for how many times I heard that my dad's funeral, I'd be rich. Mm-hmm. And I had no idea.
That's super cool, man.
Yeah,
Being able to giving somebody their first job, that's a big deal.
It's a really big deal.
Like people are gonna I remember Roger and Roger. People remember.
I'll never forget Mike Branker. I mean, Mike Branker. I never had any idea. You know what I mean, that we would ever meet this guy. He's probably a millionaire 2-3 times over. Mm-hmm. We're never gonna lay eyes on this guy. You know what I mean? We're just his employees. You know what I mean? Walks in the car lot one day.
Nice. Yeah,
and I'm in there. I'm looking at this. He's about 6'7", man. I'm a real nice looking guy. I'm like, who is this dude pulling up? You know what I mean? And he comes in and he has a really high pitched voice and he's carrying a man purse.
It's a satchel.
Okay, satchel, man purse, whatever, Merce. We'll call it a Merce. We'll find a happy medium.
Indiana
we'll call it
Jones
a Merce.
satchel.
But it was a black guy, and it was Mike Branker. I was like, wow, it's a black guy. Man, he took us all out to dinner, man. I mean, we had to dress up, man, and he took us all out to dinner, man. And
Nice.
yeah, so, it's real dope to know that, 'cause he would do a lot around here, as far as tournaments, football, basketball, sports, athletics programs for us around town. But I don't know whatever happened to that guy. He got rid of the car lots and then just nothing ever happened of it.
Anyway, we went way off on some tangents. What was it like working for your dad at McDonald's, bro?
Working for my dad at McDonald's.
Yeah. We gotta go way
I couldn't
back.
call him dad.
You weren't allowed to call him dad?
Nah, man.
Shit.
Nah, man. It was kind of a joke. It was a joke, but kind of not. He was like,
Yeah.
"Don't be calling me dad while we at work." So I got to call him his name.
Oh, that was the only time ever?
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm running with this. Hey, Ralph. They all doing it, so I started making a joke out of him. He's just beaming me, but he can't do nothing at work, man.
Right.
We had fucking fun at work, me and my dad. My dad was a jokester anyway,
That's
man.
funny,
So
so.
it was always fun, and he always made me work late night. I always had to close. So we in here 3, 4 in the morning, man, just doing all kinds of shit in here. Water fights, man. We had 3 inches of water on the floor.
Oh, he closed with you?
Yeah.
That's cool.
He would come in and make sure everything was tight. Yeah, man. It was fun. I had a blast working with my dad.
That's cool, man.
Because everybody he would hire, was I knew. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was like a party at work. I always usually found myself in those kinds of situations at my jobs.
You get into some weird shit at McDonald's? You got any weird customers yelling at you, shit like that?
Yeah, well, not weird customers. I remember one lady came through there with no bra on, and this was in the 90s, man. And it wasn't nothing, you know what I mean? And my dad, being the fool that he was, he served her. I was like, man, what in the hell's going on here, man? Gang fight in the middle of the parking lot one night.
Shit. Which McDonald's you work at?
27th, man. Yeah, 27th, man. And the one that's there now isn't the original McDonald's. The original one sat further back on closer to 26th Street, and it was really dark back there. That's why they moved it closer to 27th in the light. Yeah, man.
they're
It was
good,
it was real hazardous to go through the drive-through back then, man. It was really dark on that block, man. And that 25th and W Street is where it used to sit. So that whole area over there, man, was hellacious, man. Just walking to work was a trip. Coming home was really a trip, man. 27th Street back in the 90s, it was a trip.
Damn.
Yeah.
So there's a full-on gang fight in the parking lot?
Oh yeah. Used to see Husker players come in there, man, fighting in the parking lot. Well, there used to be a liquor store across the street. Right there. Yeah. So we would have to lock the doors.
That's a perfect storm. Bro.
Yeah, man. It was a trip, man. It was a trip. That was my first job. I loved going to work because it was action every day over there. Every day. North side. I'm making money to watch shit more than I am making food.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I haven't had that many jobs. Did you do a lot of bouncing around, or did you stick at stuff for a long time? I worked at Amigos until they stopped talking to me. They ghosted me, bro. I worked at Arby's for I think it was a couple years at least, and then I went straight into the Marine Corps, and then I've kind of had steady jobs ever since. I never went bouncing around a ton, you know.
I did a lot of bouncing around.
You did?
I've probably been fired for more jobs than.
What's the fastest you got fired?
Man, I worked at Super Saver, third shift, stocking shelves, so I could sell weed.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad gig though.
I was walking around with my cart, man. I had about 5 pounds in my cart. I had a bunch of garbage over it, cardboard. Yeah, man. And I'd go to work at 11. Until 7 that next morning. I would just have my people come, through, I'd serve them, I had an Eddie Bauer backpack, man. I was getting it in. And they fired me in a week.
Oh shit.
Because I couldn't read the third shift schedule. It was confusing to me. So I would always have to ask a dude, yo, are we here tomorrow or no? And the dude gave me some fucked up information, man, and I didn't show up one night, and then I showed up the next night, which was my night off, and the dude let me go. So, probably a little less than a week.
So they didn't even fire you for selling weed out of the shop?
No, they had no idea.
Damn.
They fired me because I read the schedule wrong.
How long do you think you could have got away with that? Realistically,
Forever.
I don't know, man.
Forever.
It seems risky.
Forever.
To be doing that.
Nah, man, I could have did it forever.
The whole thing, they got like the whole floor on camera, don't they?
Yes and no.
Okay.
You know what I mean? There's, and I learned this in the joint. There's live feed cameras.
Yeah.
Where they actually see you, you know, you're in the room and they see you hand me something. Then there's just the cameras that are just recording. And a lot of the time, if there's no reason to go back to that angle,
yeah, they just don't.
You know, they just don't. You know what I mean? And I understood the nooks and the crannies. You know, what I mean, I did my homework. You know what I mean? And I was so pissed. I was like, God damn, now I gotta change my whole operation, man. I lost that job, man. Yeah, probably less than a week.
How do you find clientele back then? How do you let people know that they can get their weed at Super Saver? Back then, you just go tell them.
Back then, that was my job. You know what I mean? So people,
anyway.
I had a reputation. You know what I mean? Just through years and years of dipping in and dipping out of it. You know, I never tried to make a career out of it because I never had no problem going and getting a job. It was always easy for me to sell myself. I once got a job, bro, that I had no managerial skills. Nice. No experience whatsoever, but she was an older lady, you know, and older ladies, something about me, man, they love me. And, you know, I seduced her into getting that job, you know what I mean? And I got the job and I ended up, I quit that job probably in 3 days because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And I'm like, damn, I lied. They're gonna figure me out. So
should just let it ride, dude. Get paid.
I got a paycheck.
I mean, get paid until they figure it out.
They still gave me. I think I made like $300 in like three days or something like that, man. But I was like, man, they gonna find me out, man. And I walked out of that job. Didn't get fired, but I ended up walking out of it.
You just like fess up. Were you like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing?
No, I ain't telling my nothing. I just walked out.
Left.
Yeah, I just left, man. They called me. They called my mom. It wasn't cell phone days back then. They were calling my mom for like a month, man. I was like, I can't go back. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know a fucking thing about what I was doing, what I was supposed to do, nothing. I'm just trying to be the man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And messed around and got the job.
Damn.
Yeah, man. I done did some shit, man. Laid water main for the longest I probably ever kept a job was probably 11 years. I laid water main. And as hard as that work was, it was different every day.
Yeah.
No day with tomorrow is not going to be the same as today.
You were traveling probably too.
Traveling. I've been everywhere from northern Nebraska all the way to the deepest corner of Nebraska.
Damn, you did that for 11 years?
Yeah, man.
Shit.
Yeah, man. And I was probably on the run, probably had warrants, you know what I mean? So it was cool, you know what I mean? We very rarely worked in Lincoln.
Right.
I was always out of town, you know what I mean? How would they say, we're coming home to visit and we're going home to work. You know, I'm working 7 to 7. You know what I mean? So I ain't on the streets, ain't nobody seeing me or nothing, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I kept that job forever because it kept me incognito.
Yeah, that's a perk. That's a plus.
And didn't have time to spend my money. I would have checks in my wallet, 2, 3, ready to void out. Because, I just ain't no time to cash the checks.
Yeah, probably pretty good money too.
Oh, it was lovely money,
union
man.
Job and stuff, I bet.
No, I mean it was incorporated. You know what I mean? It was a privately owned business. You know what I mean? And it was just him and his boys and me. You know what I mean? I had 3 kids with his daughter. You know what I mean? So okay. I got in there. You know what I mean? I had 3 kids with his daughter, so I worked with him for that long, man. And yeah, getting paid every week.
Nice.
I mean, I never made less than $1,200 a week. We would have 50 hours in by Wednesday, every Wednesday. So I mean, it was pile
overtime.
Yeah, it was pile driving work, man. But the man kept money in your pocket. He was an old Canadian dude from Saskatchewan. Yeah, man. The dude was a trip. Came here in the '60s to sell heroin.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then that didn't work out, so
didn't work out for
laying
him.
water main.
Yeah. And I never knew, you know what I mean? Old white dude looked like Kenny Rogers, you know what I mean? Rough motherfucker, boxer, you know what I mean? Had forearms like Popeye. And I remember I had fucked up, and I was going on my first prison number. So he calls me in the office one day and was like, you're gonna have to buck up now, huh? I'm like, yeah. I had already heard this talk from my dad, So I'm like, yeah, I'm a fall in, you know what I mean? He's like, I've been to the joint.
Oh.
I'm like, word? You know, I'm thinking he's just good, clean, wholesome white man with a business. He's like, yeah.
The Canadian joint?
Here in Nebraska.
Oh, okay.
Biggest drug bust in Grand Island back in the 60s.
Oh, because he came back to sell heroin.
Yeah, came
I
here to
forgot
sell
about
heroin.
that.
Yeah. He said, I did, 6 or 7 years out there, and it wasn't for no punk ass weed.
Oh, shit.
I'm like,
damn.
Word? He's like, yeah, I came here to sell the big H. And I'm like, heroin? I'm blown away by this shit. I'm like, damn. So he kind of helped me get my mind right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Working with him for so long, man. He was a real G to me, man. But I kept that job for so long, mainly because of the money. But then it started wearing and tearing on my body, man. I was 30 years old, feeling like I was 50 at the time. Yeah, I was driving it, flatbed around, dropping this excavator off, digging, getting jerked around in that thing, then got to load it back up by myself, go to the next, and then it just tore down on my body, man. And I had started cutting hair, so I was like, man, I that's when I made my transition.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about that is I went and signed up for barber school in 2004. Yeah, I think it was 2003, 2004, and I ended up going to prison on my second number, and I did all those years. I finally made up my mind. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna go to barber school, man. I'm gonna make it happen this time, right?
Yeah.
Well, I go in there and talk to the school administrator, and we started off where I left. He's like, hey, where you been for 6 years? So
Been busy, man.
He's like, well, this should only take 5 minutes. We're already halfway done. I'm like,
cool,
wow. That was kind of like a smack in the face to me. Like, yeah, I was supposed to come back here.
Yeah.
He still had my shit in the computer right there, ready to finish.
Yeah. What was the worst job you ever had?
Ooh, wee.
Yeah. Would you hate to have known?
Well, I guess we can call it janitorial services. Yeah, I was a janitor. I was the assistant janitor to the assistant janitor. Yeah, man, it was. I walked out on that too. I probably walked out on more jobs than I've been fired, bro. Let me correct that, because I'll just roll out.
You just leave.
Yeah, I'll just follow. If this shit ain't the shit, I'm out of here, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, I was always moving forward. Sometimes crooked. But I had no problem going getting another one in the next couple days. I probably did that more than I've been fired. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I haven't had any that were that bad. I mean, there were times in the Marine Corps, obviously, where
cleaning the stairs with a toothbrush.
That shit kind of sucked. Nothing too bad. Cleaning was actually kind of nice. In boot camp, I had like the same shower tile that I would clean every day. Just like I would just sit there just rubbing the same shower. Like shit would be like a mirror, dude. And I would just think about shit like, man, wonder what's going on at home, wonder what mom and dad are up to. just like rubbing this shower tile. It was like, as long as you look busy, they don't give a fuck. They're not gonna come.
Just look busy,
yeah,
right.
I'm sitting there like with a spray bottle, and they're like on the exact same shower towel for like hours, man, for hours. So the cleaning part was actually
I'm real dope at looking busy, man. I can look busy real good.
Yeah.
Ain't doing nothing, but I'm looking busy.
Yeah, that's where I learned how to do that, because there ain't nothing to do. It's clean, man. We do this we do that every day. It's clean
every day. That's what I used to tell people, man. Versus what they believe. A lot of people, prisons are nasty, gross. No, it's not.
Clean as hell. Like they have people cleaning it all the time.
There are some floors in there where you can literally have your full course meal off of the floor.
Yeah,
because that's what they do all day, every day is clean. It's punishment. It's a job. It's a chore.
Yeah, it kills time.
I mean, it's very, very, very clean in there. Mm-hmm. Contrary to what people believe. That's all the hell you got to do.
Yeah, I got real good at cleaning, which my wife doesn't believe me. She's like, "You suck at cleaning." like I know how to do it. It just takes forever, man.
My wife says that too.
Right now, I just clean good enough. Right now, I used to clean a lot. I used to get everything spick and span, super clean, nice and polished. But it's like, if it's clean enough, it's clean enough for me right now,
My thing is,
but she don't believe that I ever knew how to clean.
I throw shit away. if it's been sitting for
Yeah.
long,
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes.
for a long period of time, and I got a photogenic memory, and I know that shoe hasn't moved out of the corner of that box right there in a year, I'm gonna make clean, and I'll throw that shit away. My wife hates it.
Like even Janice stuff? Like you throw her shit out?
I did one time.
If it's, no, that's a mistake. You can't do that.
It was a box of sandals.
Like you can throw your shit out. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't throw her sandals.
I didn't know, man. They had been sitting there for.
Nah, dude.
I didn't know, man. Yeah, I paid for it.
Yeah, you can't get rid of her stuff. I threw away. We bought this new. My wife hates this. We bought this new vacuum cleaner.
Ooh.
And it came with like all these accessories and stuff that were inside the box.
Now you talking to me.
Yeah, see, and I didn't know that they were inside the box, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be cool, and I'm gonna throw this out.
Oh.
Yeah, this box is here. It's trash. I thought, And I'm like, I'm gonna throw this out, and I threw away like $300 worth of the accessories. So we had this vacuum. We had this vacuum that's supposed to be super cool, I guess, but I never got to see it be cool because all we had was like the regular attachment.
Oh, you did that?
So, yeah, we got like a $400 regular ass vacuum.
Regular ass vacuum. Yeah, I got a vacuum fetish myself, man.
You like vacuums?
I love vacuums. I get a sense of fulfillment out of vacuuming.
That's interesting. Were you always like that, or did it happen? Was that an adult thing? Did it happen when you got older?
No. I think I've always been like that.
Oh shit.
I think I would vacuum my room like 2-3 times a day. Brooms. I got a broom fetish. I love brooms. I don't know if you ever saw my video about brooms.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, man. I got a different broom for every different job, man. I mean, you got your concrete broom after you do your yard work. You got your broom to polish the floor. You don't want to, get the scrap. Man, I can go on about brooms. Don't
you like brooms?
I got a broom fetish.
Why is that? Where'd that come from? You think you're vacuuming and brooming,
cleaning?
Yeah.
As being when I was little, you know what I mean? We always had hardwood floors, and Mom always had us on them, you know what I mean? And I guess I learned to love brooms.
Yeah, now your floors are super clean all the time. I mean, there's worse habits to get into for sure, man. There's worse muscle memory to give you.
Yeah. Just like today, man, I went and bought me a new pair of KDs.
Yeah.
I think these are the KD 13s. Probably the best looking KDs out of them all, man. I had to go snatch them up today, man. But that's my other fetish, man. When we move, I'm going to need a room for my sneakers.
I know shit.
Yeah. I mean, I got a room right now, but it's getting real tight in there.
You don't really like Jordans and stuff, though, do you?
I went through the Jordan phase.
You did?
Yeah, I went through the Jordan era.
Yeah.
I mean, the shoes now that they bring out, the Jordans, I mean, they change one color on the toe and they call it new. I'm not into it like that. And I call myself a sneaker collector, but I'm really I'm straight to foot. I like to wear my shit. Mm-hmm. I mean, if I really, really like the shoe, I'll buy one to rock and one to stock. You know what I mean? So I can always have that shoe. But yeah, I went through the Jordan phase in the Jordan era. I probably had every pair of Jordans but the 1s, 2s, and 3s. I didn't like those. And then after he retired, they just got really shitty looking to me, man. They just started repeating it.
Yeah, they are all kind of.
I mean, for Nike to be Nike, man. I mean, other than the Air Force One, and it's crazy because the Air Force One back in the day, it was a shit shoe. Really? It was a nerd shoe.
Really?
Yeah, man. It was a nerd shoe, man. You wouldn't catch me dead in no Air Force Ones back in the day, man. Nobody rocked them like that. That was like bottom of the shelf sneaker. You know what I mean? Chucks. I went through a Chuck phase. Fat laces and Chucks. But then Run DMC came in. I mean, really, it was Adidas before Jordan. Yes. So I grew up with Adidas, Chucks, Pro Kids, before Jordan came anyway. So it really, Jordans really wasn't that important to me. But I do remember watching the first game on, it was an old station. I don't know if it's still around, WGN. You ever hear about it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a Chicago station.
Yeah.
And they would show the Bulls every game. And we got that station here in Lincoln. So I remember him coming out in the first pair of Jordans and getting disqualified.
Really?
Yeah, because of the shoes.
Oh, I didn't know that. What was wrong with them?
They were red, black, and white. And the NBA back then, your shoes had to be 90% white.
Oh.
Yeah. Socks had to be below the calves. Yeah, man. And he wore them again the next game, and they started fining him $5,000 every time he wore the shoes.
He don't give a fuck, right?
He didn't give a damn,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So Nike kept paying that fine for him, and then the NBA all of a sudden, guys started wearing black shoes, which was a big deal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't see that kind of UNLV in '91. They wore the black shoes for the Gulf War soldiers. Actually, they looked like combat boots on TV.
Oh, no shit.
High top black shoes. It was real odd. It sounds crazy to you. I see you looking crazy, but it was real odd to see black shoes on the basketball court in the early '90s, man. And Jordan really blew those doors open for that.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he was getting fined for wearing the shoes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And even before Jordans, I'll take you back before Jordan, and I'll have you look up this shoe, and you'll be like, oh, those are Jordans. Georgetown, 1983-84. Look up the Georgetown Nike, 1984. And you'll see how very similar, if it's not the shoe, to the Jordan 1. And they were blue and gray.
Let's see. Oh, it's just trying to sell me.
Yeah, it probably is trying to sell them
trying
to
to
you.
sell me some
Anytime
shoes.
you look up anything on there, they try to sell it to you.
The Nike Terminator, is that what it was?
It might have been. It has Nike real big on the heel in the back.
Yeah, like these. Yeah. See that?
Those are it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, those are it. And the next year, Jordans came out.
Yeah, those are exactly what
Those are
Jordans look like now,
yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
I think they even made a modern one, a Jordan that looks like that.
Yeah.
According to this, yeah, the Air Jordan 1 mid, they called the Georgetown.
The
They just
Georgetown.
came out not too long ago. They're
Bring those back. All
gray
the
and
heat
blue.
Nike has, man, and they just keep repeating Jordans.
Yeah, those look pretty cool.
I remember when dudes used to get killed over those shoes, man. Literally.
Yeah, that shit's crazy to me.
Yeah, it
man.
was crazy in the '90s, man. I mean, dudes was getting killed for a pair of Jordans. So really, my mom, was kind of. Now that I go back, my mom was real skeptical about getting me those shoes,
Yeah,
man.
that's
I
right.
had to go behind her back and get the ones that I did get and keep them in my locker at school. And then every morning when I got to school, I would put them on
Change. before
and
you went
change, and then when
Yeah.
and then change them out before I went home, man. And it's crazy. Nike, Reebok. There was a company called British Knight, and in the '90s, gangbanging was the shit. You know what I mean? And a lot of these shoe companies, man, they took advantage of that.
home. Well, yeah, they made all red shoes.
All red shoes,
blue
put
shoes.
red laces in those, put blue laces in those. Yeah, they kind of perpetuated the behavior, man. It was real fucked up in the '90s, man. But now the sneaker world, man, I mean, it's $1 billion business, man. I think it's up there, man, with a lot of other industries, man.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, dude. I mean, if you can get them from Nike, a pair of Jordans is like $300 anyway, right?
Yeah.
And then a robot buys all of them, and then they start charging a fucking $1,000 for them on eBay. Just
Exactly.
like with PlayStation.
Which is why I will never pay that much for a pair of shoes, as much as I like them. Because like I said, I'm straight to foot. I like to
Well, yeah, I'm gonna wear 'em
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm going to wear them. You know what I mean? Shoes aren't meant to sit on the shelf for 5, 10, 15 years. Man.
Yeah.
I wear them shits.
So you're not worried about like creasing your shit? You're not that worried about it?
Nah, I walk on my toes anyway, so I can't
you
really
don't-
help that.
You don't sit around sweating like whether you're gonna crease your shoe
Nah,
or anything. like
nah.
that. You don't go around puddles and stuff.
Nah.
No?
I mean, I watch my walk. Don't get me wrong now. I watch my walk. But nah. I
Well,
don't.
yeah, you gotta make sure you're not stepping in dog shit. But
Right. I got to keep them fresh. But I got so many, man. Just the other day, I walked in my room, man, and tripped over a few boxes and forgot I even had shoes in them.
damn.
Yeah, it's that
Damn.
tight.
How many
there.
pairs of shoes you got? You think?
Woo! I'm in the 300 club.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the
300
300
pairs of
club.
shoes. How many do you wear? Like realistically, like in a month? Like, do you cycle through the same like
I try to.
10 or?
Yeah, I probably got my top 10 that I wear. And usually I got one to rock and one to stock of those pair.
Nice.
Like the pair I just chased down are the Patrick Ewings, man. 1985 Patrick Ewing Adidas. I got 4 pair of those. I made sure I got 4.
Yeah, I
I've been
saw those
chasing
saw
that
those on
shoe,
Instagram,
man,
yeah.
for 20 plus years,
No
bro.
shit.
20 plus years
Damn.
I've been chasing that shoe, man.
Damn, yeah, 4 pairs sounds good.
Yeah, I had to cop 4 pair of them. I almost cried when I got them. I mean, you don't understand what
Damn.
this shoe meant to me, man. It was
crazy, man.
Yeah,
I mean anything, a shoe, whatever. You want it for 20 years.
probably
And
longer.
you finally
What I'm
get it.
45? No, probably 30 plus years.
That's cool, man. That's dope.
Yeah, probably since
That's sick.
1986, 87, I've been chasing this shoe, man. I've been going state to state,
No way.
hoping it was going to be there. And, last pair sold yesterday. Not your size, not that color. I'm like, oh, man.
Damn.
And I finally found them, man. And I walked out of there like this.
Damn, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Nice job. So are they just all sitting in boxes right now? When you move, are you gonna get like a display?
Yeah, I
going
keep
for
the
'em?
boxes. I keep the boxes. My wife built me a display, man.
She did?
I actually got a nice little display
Good,
down
man.
there, man.
That's cool.
It's real dope. It's real dope. I love shelving, and she's real handy with that shit. Yeah, so we had to do something because I just had them stacked in boxes along the wall here and there,
Shit.
and it just didn't look good in there, man. Yeah, it's fun to go in there and see what I've done, man.
Yeah, that's cool. A lot of some YouTubers I watch have like their shoe display behind them in their videos for their backdrop. That shit looks cool, man.
I could do that. I could
Yeah.
do that. I thought about doing that, man.
Yeah, maybe we should when we get like a space. Maybe we should put some shoes and stuff up there too.
I just went on a LeBron kick. I probably got about 6 pair of bronze now.
Damn.
And I'm usually an Adidas guy.
I buy a pair of Vans, and then
Vans are dope.
and then I wear them for like 3 years, and then I get another pair of Vans, probably the same one, probably the same pair of Vans.
Vans are dope. I remember
And then I wear those for like 3 years, and then
we wore Vans when we were kids.
that's been my shoe choice for pretty much since I was 18. I don't really mix it up too much.
You couldn't tear them up.
Yeah,
I mean, we riding bikes, skating, doing all. You couldn't tear them Vans up, man, and they still looked good. A new pair of shoes. You a sneaker freak?
no,
not at all?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I get like the same pair of Vans, and I just wear my shoes until they don't work anymore. Like the soles are falling off and shit.
I can dig it.
You know, and then I get another new pair of shoes. So
I've-
right now I have 2 pairs of sneakers that I'll wear. I got a pair of sandals that I'm wearing right now, and then I got a couple pairs of work shoes, and that's it. And then when I got like brown work shoes and black work shoes, you know, so they each have a purpose. So when my brown ones break, I'll buy more brown ones. When my black ones break, I'll buy more black ones. You know, I'm kind of like I buy shoes as needed.
Practical
basically.
guy. Ain't nothing wrong with it
Basically
at
right
all.
now.
Nothing wrong with it at all.
Yeah.
Me growing up in the hip hop era, of course.
Mm.
The Jordan era, of course. You know, and just having to be fashionable in school.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, you get your school clothes, every year before school, but, you know, you start doing your chores and figuring out how to hustle to go get sneakers and shit. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
right.
And, you know, and that's what I did at an early age. And I started learning the game, man. And I found out that, you know, those old pair of jeans and that old shirt with a new fresh pair of kicks, everything looks new.
Yeah. That's a good
Everything
point,
looks
yeah.
new. As long as you was able to blend. My nickname growing up, it wasn't Skinny D. I never went by Skinny D. That was just for the barbershop. My nickname was Fresh.
Ah.
Yeah, man, I stayed fresh, man. I had a reputation for showing up on the set fresher than everybody. Everybody knew.
The shoes is
The shoes,
I mean,
man.
I probably would be more of a sneaker guy if I had money for it, you know? Like right now, like I downloaded like the sneakers app because everybody's posting on Instagram about it all the time, and I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this? And you look at the prices, and I'm like, I'm not.
Well,
Like, I'm just
that
not-
well,
I- I'm-
and that can be how you get in. I mean, if
Like,
you
I'm just not gonna pay $300 for shoes, man. I'm just not.
and that I did it a couple times, but I hustled them off, and then went and got what I wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
see, and there's a lot of that too.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
get this shoe to trade this shoe for this shoe.
And
Yeah,
it's just
it
a game.
seems-
Yeah, it's,
yeah,
just,
it
it's,
just seems-
it's something I've been doing probably 30-something years.
Yeah, it just
you know
seems
what I mean?
expensive and intimidating to get into, to get into at this point. So it's like, man, like, so whenever I have money to just buy whatever pair of shoes I want, you know, whenever I have money to just like shell out $50,000 for the Back to the Future shoes and shit, then I'll probably have them. I'll have them. When it's like $400 ain't nothing for me, then I'll go, yeah, I'll buy a $400 pair of shoes.
Right.
That's probably when I'll start caring about sneakers and buying sneakers.
I could dig it.
But every once in a while, a Jordan comes out that I like a lot, and I think about like, maybe I want to try to get this, you know, like
Early era
maybe
editions.
Maybe I want to try to be one of the lucky 2,000 people that actually gets a chance because they like lottery off like chances to spend money on it. You know,
Yeah.
it's not even like they're lottering off. Free.
Yeah, it's a big game, man.
Yeah, it's not even like they're giving away free shoes. They're giving away a chance to buy a shoe.
Yeah, it's a big game, man. I mean, and if you know what you're doing, you're in there. Mm-hmm. You're in there. I mean, there's kids making millions of dollars every year off of just sneakers, man.
Yeah, that shit's a lot of work, man.
And what's crazy, bro, is some of these shoes have been worn. Mm-hmm. I mean, they just had a expo last month. They got one coming up here again on the 26th here in Lincoln, and I went, man, and the first pair I looked at, I was like $7. Yeah. Oh, I'm like, oh, 700. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers been worn, man. And, you know, I go around and, summer news, something been worn. And I'm like, you're still charging $300 for those? And the dude had his foot in those, man. Nah, I'm good on that, man.
Yeah. See, that shit's crazy. So, I don't know. Whenever I have the money to just cheat and just get shoes the easy way, which is dropping what somebody wants for them, then I'll start buying shoes. But it's just too much work. I don't think I have the attention span to be like tracking because there's like 1,000 new pairs of shoes coming out every day anyway. It's like crazy. Like there's like Instagram pages whose whole job is to just update you on what Nike is doing like today.
Yeah, today.
Not even like what's coming out
next week.
Yeah, not even what's coming out over the next week.
Hot off the press.
Yeah, what's coming out like in 2 hours? Nike's gonna put the shoe out. So yeah, it's just the sneaker game I think it's just a little too intense for me, honestly.
It can be at times.
It seems expensive. Seems like
especially
a lot of work
online.
To figure out.
Yeah. And one thing I hate is as much as I love Amazon and all that, man, I just hate giving somebody my money and I gotta wait on my property.
Yeah,
I don't like that, man.
You don't like ordering stuff online.
I'm not too big on it. Yeah, I like to go in and I call it a recon mission. You know what I mean? I know where it is. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna get it, and I'm coming out.
I think Amazon's awesome. I fucking love Amazon. I hate what they do. Like apparently they don't treat their workers super well. They're not super friendly.
I hear that.
They're not friendly to small business and all that stuff. So I don't necessarily love what they do, but I do love being able to order something and then having it like the next day.
Yeah, well, yeah, they say they're gonna get faster and faster.
I mean, most stuff we got Amazon Prime and stuff. Most stuff gets there like it's like order by this time today and you'll have it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we wanted some little mounts to hold our phones on our bikes when we're pedaling around, and we ordered them a couple days ago. They just got here today. So it's like stuff like that I don't mind ordering, stuff I don't necessarily need like right that second. I think it's awesome.
Speaking of riding, man, you been riding?
No, not really.
No.
We say it like we say it like every day. We're like, oh, we're gonna get out and ride tonight for sure. But then it's like there's just always something, man. There's just always something. Like it's like, oh, it looks like last night we were like, oh, we should go, but it's like windy and it looks like it's gonna rain, and we're like, dude, one time we took the bikes out. We're like, oh, we're pretty sure it's gonna thunderstorm, but we don't care, dude. That'll be fun. We'll ride in the rain, no big fucking deal.
Right,
and dude. It was like torrential. Like we were probably like a mile away from the house, and then it just started. It was just like sheets. The wind's like blowing us over. We had to like practice. We had to like get off our bikes and walk them.
Yeah, that shit hurts too, man. Yeah. We got caught in the rain one night, and it was like needles hitting us. I was like,
that shit sucked. And you're like pedaling, and it almost went like straight over, just like, So yeah, we're pretty careful about not getting stuck in the rain anymore because we're like, oh, that'll be fun. What a quirky little story that'll be. We had a nice romantic bike ride through the rain. Like that is not what it was.
Been riding the fixed gear?
Not what it was at all. Yeah. It's the only bicycle I have.
Oh, word. Oh, okay. Yeah, you've been riding the fixed gear then.
Yeah, that's the only bike I got.
How you feeling on it?
Not as definitely taking the winter off. Made it a little harder this summer,
Me too, man.
Yeah.
I ain't been riding either, man.
But you have like a Peloton thing, don't you?
Yeah.
Did that help at all?
Woo! Yes, it did.
Did that keep your endurance a little bit?
It scared me off of it.
No shit.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Damn.
I went for probably a month straight on it. That shit ain't no joke, man.
No shit.
No, man. And they know. They're like, come on, Tom. I'm like, oh, I'm like, what? they know.
It's like live classes?
Yeah, they see. They see when you're falling. They see when you're, I'm like,
damn.
And, and I'm on there as a Skinny D, Yeah. And they were like, come on, Skinny D. I'm like, whoa.
What the fuck?
It's like that.
It's like a, damn. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. And when you don't ride for, so many hours, they start emailing you and texting you, and because you got to sign up for this and this, and I'm like, well, this is a little bit intrusive here.
Yeah,
man.
damn.
They know I'm not working out, man. I was like, I don't like that, man. Yeah, it was a trip.
Yeah, that's weird. That would be probably too far for me too. Like, hey, man.
Yeah,
you didn't get on your bike today. You gonna get on your bike ever?
Yeah, we'll probably hit it again this winter.
Damn.
But I ain't been riding either, man. In one of the reasons we quit riding, man, was when the protests and and all that shit was going on, man. It got real unsafe for us to be riding, man. One night, it was a bad night, man. I mean, we didn't know if this truck was following us or what I mean. It was just a bad night, man. It was just and most of the time we would ride at night because it was less traffic, you know what I mean. But that month and we just got used to just laying off, you know what I mean. We just quit riding at night.
Yeah, just gotta get back into it. We're like every day, like we're talking about, when I came here, I'm like, oh, when I get back, we're gonna ride our bikes a little bit around the neighborhood. So we'll see if it actually happens. I don't know, it could, but we say it just about every day. We're like, we'll just get the bikes out tonight.
One thing we do, bro, we take our bikes to Denver, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my wife was just talking about we should get a bike rack. So we
trails in Denver, man, are amazing, man. You guys would love it, man. You'd get lost, literally. I mean, not lost, but just the scene, man. We got so far away from our hotel, it looked like that.
Damn.
Yeah, then we thought, we had been blowing, you know what I mean? So we thought, oh shit, we high, you know what I mean? We ended up actually getting altitude sickness.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and we did that on fixed gears.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Damn. Yeah, but it was a blast, man. Loved it. The trails out there will take you everywhere, man.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it's very similar to Lincoln.
I'll probably put a brake on it before I take it anywhere out there, though. I'm not trying to accidentally go fucking 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, you don't want to do that out there.
So I'll probably put some brakes on it.
You probably put a front brake on it.
Yeah.
To ride in Denver, because I think it's illegal to ride without a brake out there anyway.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Yeah, well, everybody kept looking at me crazy and shit.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure.
I was like, what? I mean, there were fixed gear riders out there, and I saw it, you know what I mean? But they all had brakes, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay. And I'm trying to explain to them where I'm from is relatively flat. You know, everywhere's flat here. You know what I mean? And so I don't, I'm used to riding without a brake.
Manageable.
Yeah, so it's manageable. Yeah. So I'm used to riding without a brake, and I've been riding fixed gear, man, probably for 25 years, probably 30 years. Yeah, I've been riding fixed gear like that, so it's always been easy to me.
Yeah, I
actually forgot how to ride a gear bike.
Did you?
Yeah.
Damn.
I got a Trek, a 1600 SLR Trek, $1,200 bike at home, man. Jana has a $1,300 felt.
Don't even remember how to use it.
Don't know. I mean, I'm so used to cycling.
Yeah.
That even on my Trek, I find that gear, and I don't.
In it.
Yeah, I'm just in it the whole time. And I'm like, I can't ride this bike like this, And usually the reason I hate gear bikes, I like my bikes bare bone, is because I would always fuck up the derailleur, bro. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it was. The derailleur would always get chewed up, or it would clink up on me, and I would end up having to rip the damn derailleur off anyway. So I would always just rip everything off my bike anyway. Low maintenance. The least I would have to do was change a tire.
Yeah. I mean, there's something nice too about the way a fixed gear looks, man.
Yeah. The bare bones, man.
Looks real clean. It feels feels different than riding any other kind of bike.
Well,
it's like I can feel like I'm making the wheel move, like I'm doing it.
It's cliche to say, and I know a lot of, especially fixed gear riders, they'll know what I'm talking. It's the connectedness.
Yeah, like I can feel the road in the back tire.
Yeah, it's the connectedness, man. That's what I fell in love with. Like I control absolutely everything about my movement on this. If I want to go fast, I can. If I want to slow down, I can cruise.
Yeah.
And there was always that happy medium on it. And plus, I look dope on it.
Yeah, they just look cool, man. There's something real appealing about them.
Every time I take it to the bike shop, man, they just tell me how crazy I am.
Really?
Yeah.
For riding no brakes?
Yeah. They tell me how crazy I am, man. I'm like, shit, you motherfuckers are crazy for riding in them damn mountains, man. That's something I would never do, man.
Yeah, I watched a video on like TikTok or something of this dude going down a crazy hill on a fucking mountain bike.
Well, like I was telling you, Lookout Mountain in Colorado.
Yeah.
they train out there.
No shit.
Yeah, you know, the Tour de France people, you know, you're going up the mountain, you'll see them going up and coming down, bro.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
that.
I'm like, man, I would never do
thanks,
that, man.
No thanks, man.
I would never.
I like biking around here because it's chill, man. I'm not trying to get too much adrenaline on my fucking bicycle.
Nah, I ain't doing that. I mean, I'm chilling. Yeah, this is chill time.
Yeah, like I want to pedal. I want to put on some like lo-fi rap beat music.
I might stop and smoke a joint.
Yeah, just hang out, man. Just chill around the neighborhood, cruise. I don't want to worry about too much shit, especially like my life.
Right.
I'm not trying to worry about tumbling down the side of a mountain, bro.
Right. Yeah, that I will not. I will never do that. Man. You got to see some of them dudes, man. And the spandex thing, man.
Yeah, you don't like the spandex.
Nah. I actually got kicked off of a Facebook group.
No shit, because you were talking shit on spandex.
Yeah, I was talking shit on spandex.
You can't be doing that.
Yeah,
man.
well, I mean, I told him, Pumas, Dickies, and a T-shirt. I mean, what did I ask him? I said, "Is spandex?" And it was a serious question. I said, "Is it for protection or is it for speed?"
Yeah, I mean that's a good question. I don't know.
And I wasn't trying to be a smart ass. I really wanted to know.
Yeah, did anybody answer it? Because I kind of.
Yeah, man, they answered me all right, man. I was like, whoa, I ain't. I'm like, man, y'all some bougie ass dudes. Y'all talk about is Garmins and spandex.
What was they saying? What were they saying?
Man, they went at me, man.
What was they saying, dude? What were they saying?
I can't even remember some of the comments, but they weren't none of them positive. They thought I was talking shit.
They thought you were talking shit about spandex? Dude, that's a legit question.
Yeah, I'm like, is it for protection or is it for speed?
Like, I want to know.
Yeah,
I doubt it's for protection, though. Like, if you go down wearing spandex, that shit's probably gone.
Well, like I said, it was a legitimate question because I never wore the, what do you call them? The padded bike shorts. With the padding in it for the seat,
Oh, I didn't even know they made that.
They make shorts.
Idea. That's a good idea. Sometimes my fucking ass hurts.
Yes, that's what I was asking. You know what I mean? I wanted to know, is there like a short that looked like shorts and not spandex?
Yeah.
Nah, man, they wasn't having it, man. So I was like, wow.
You can just wear the spandex thing under your shorts, Drew.
I eventually got one.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's the only problem under my shorts. Sometimes
it's
when we were riding heavy, it was like, damn, my fucking butt hurts.
Shields, man. It's actually a nice pair of looking shorts, man, and it has it built inside. And so when I walk, it doesn't look like I got a diaper on.
So the thing that you wanted existed.
It existed.
And they were all just being assholes.
None of them wanted to help me,
so
man.
they thought you were talking shit. What were they saying?
They thought I was talking shit, man. They was sending me hate. If you're not a bike rider, why you're in this groove? And I'm like, huh? I got called a Trumpster. Yeah, man, it was
you
real.
Got called a Trumpster.
Yeah, I got called a Trumpster. I'm like, what in the fuck is this about, man? Yeah, so I said, this is a bougie ass group. All y'all talk about is Garmins and spandex.
Garmins. And
yeah, the Garmin.
The GPS.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I don't even use that shit when I ride, man. What are you paying attention to when you ride? So I kind of got into a back and forth with everybody on there and got kicked out of the group.
Well, good riddance, man. It doesn't sound like your kind of people anyway, so.
Nah, it ain't.
So, good job. All right, it's been an hour and 3 minutes, according to my clock. My wife gave me an hour time limit. We didn't hang out a lot today because we were both doing separate stuff on Father's Day, So she's like, go record for an hour. Don't be going for 2 hours
all right.
today.
You gotta get that honey time in, man.
Yes. So I'm gonna go get my honey time, and we will see you guys next week. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff. Search us Always Chillin' Podcast. That's how you'll find us wherever you listen to your podcast. If we're not where you listen to your podcast, let us know, and we'll do what we got to do to get up there. As long as it's not too much work for me, honestly. It gets to a point where it's too much, like all our stuff, subscribe, like our videos. That helps a lot too. Follow us, do whatever you do on the apps you listen to us to, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.